Shot and game clock separated by 5. Freak kicks to Cantor. The dish to Freak. To take the lead. There's a screen by Cantor. Buries the triple.
Kevin, that was so clutch. Now they really need a defensive stand.
Randolph passes to Conley. It counts, and the foul. That's on Enes Kanter.
Not phased at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but well, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
5 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Freak. Misses the tray. So a close game sees Memphis take this one.
Full market, sir.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Mike Conley. During the second half, it seemed like he was simply on a mission. And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew,
look towards the light. Yo, what is that? It's a supernova. Nah, man, that's a black hole.
I leap over lies in a single bound. The Black Prophet, one day I got struck by knowledge of self. It gave me super scientific powers. Now I run through the ghetto, battling my arch nemesis, Mr. Ignorance. He's been trying to take me out since the days of my youth. He feared this day would come. I'm hot on his trail, but sometimes he slips away because he has an army.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. We're glad to have you with us on 2K Sports. And it is Clipper basketball tonight as the Los Angeles Clippers go up against the Houston Rockets. Taking a look at the Rockets, they split the season series against these guys last season, 2 games apiece. Should be a good one tonight. Fellas, it seems like so much goes into being successful at the professional level. I want to ask a more general question. What was the key to your success as a player and as a champion?
You know what? Most people would say you would start at the top, but I'll start where it began. Wilmot Benjamin, Tom Donahue, coaches who've helped me at my AAU, early stages out, then going to the late, great Jack Curran in high school. Those were the ones. And
How you doing? What's up, man? I'm about to put on a show tonight.
We'll see about that. My team's ready.
Oh, you better hope so. That's the only chance you got.
You better remember that, freak. It's on.
It's the home of the Clippers here in Los Angeles as 2K Sports presents our action live from the Staples Center. And then for Houston, Capella's checked in, and it's Booker in for Michael Beasley. So on the floor for Houston, we've got Bogdanovich, Ray McCollum out there with Brewer. Then there's Trevor Booker, and it's Capella in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Ooh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slant.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Here's Freak. That's good from Cantor on the assist by Freak.
He's starting to get what he wants here early and often. Nice move.
Here's McCallum, defended by Paul.
You know, he might be small for a center, but it doesn't really matter because he can jump out of the building.
The Clippers trail. He kicks it to Freak. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
The shot's good from Cantor.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition. And that fella can flat out fly, can he?
Reminds me of a young Greg Anthony out of
my
UNLV.
goodness.
No doubt about that. Just look at the elevation he climbed to right there.
Kevin, you just made my knees hurt.
That's what sets him apart from so many other point guards in the NBA.
Now here's Freak, covered by Brewer. Here's Freak. Again, Los Angeles. There's 37 seconds left to play here in the first. They double in with Freak. Fires for three. A nice shot by Bogdanovic. Bogdanovic has got 5.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Here's Freak. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. The Clippers have gone 2 for 3 at the foul line in this game.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for Cantor. Crawford comes in for Jeff Green. And Moore subbed in for Chris Paul. And a change for the Rockets. Goudelock's checked in for Bogdanovic. Pushing it up. Now, Freak. Here's Aldrich. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Nice shot there without a second to spare.
You know, as a defending team in that situation, it really irks you to give up a shot like that to close out the quarter. You know, oftentimes those end-of-quarter points can be the difference in a ball game.
And Clippers head coach Doc Rivers told us earlier he wants to embrace criticism and embrace lofty expectations. Doc Rivers is really a master motivator, isn't he? I mean, here for the Clippers. Houston also making some changes. Capella's checked in, and it's Bogdanovic in for Michael Beasley. Okay, time now for an injury report.
It doesn't seem like two draft. An injury. A discouraging development for this team so early in the season. We'll see what kind of impact it has on them in the long term, guys.
Thank you, Doris, for the update. We appreciate it, and we really hope for the best as always.
And he's a tough guy. My guess is he'll be back before we know it and better than ever.
Greg, I sure hope you're right. I mean, there are just so many uncertainties when it comes to dealing with injuries, though. Let's hope for the best.
Freak, he's in at shooting guard. Enes Kanter is out there with Green. Then it's Chris Paul. And it's Redick in at the 3 slot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Grizzlies was just a man on a mission. He ended with 28 points and was just a menace defensively and came away with a bunch of steals. This game of his was just a standout, all-around display of basketball. Coaches love to see that, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you. It really was a stunning performance. He was at his absolute best in that game.
And if he can come anywhere close to another performance like that here tonight, it would be amazing.
Yeah, it really would be, because you know now the defense is going to be focused squarely on him. They're going to make sure that he doesn't beat him again.
There's a screen by Kanter. There's Freak. And the 3-ball. Freak's got 5 points in the quarter.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Kicks to Redick. Paul dishes to Freak. The shot. Green, the screen, and it's Freak missing.
Boy, they're trailing in this game, and they're starting to settle for jumpers offensively.
Yeah, it could work, but I wouldn't take that approach, Clark. They should be fighting their way inside for better looks.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
and he gets it to go. Freak's got 14 points.
The only way he was getting to the hoop was to use the double clutch.
It's Harden with the drive. Here's Krug there.
Punches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they're not backing off at all.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead. Cole Aldrich. He's checked in for Enes Kanter. Crawford comes in for Green. Morris checked in for J.J. Redick. And Freak subbed in for Chris Paul. Houston with a big group substitution here. Capella's checked in. Booker comes in for Michael Beasley. Brewer is checked in for Bogdanovich. And it's Andrew Goudlock in for James Harden. So on the floor for Houston, McCallum is out there with Andrew Goudlock. Then there's Brewer. Then there's Trevor Booker. And it's Capella in at the center position. 1:44 left to play in the third. Here's Freak. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for two. Freak's got 16. Rockets leading by 5. Knocked away and stolen by Freak. Here's Moore, and he gets it to go.
That's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
You just cannot allow the offense to have that quality of a look each and every possession. That's one he knows he should have drained.
It's Crawford with the drive, and a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Now just a 1-point Rocket lead. The Rockets have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Here's McCallum. The dish now to Goudlock. He feeds it to McCallum. Another miss by Houston.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
So they take the lead. 19 points for Freak.
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. This shooting has been off the chart.
McCallum, the pass to Booker. The putback slams it home for the putback. Capella's got it all tied up now for Houston.
Showing us a little force on that putback, Kev.
Well, there was no way he was going to let that chance slip away.
No, sir.
Hey, guys, but how about the positioning there when the shot went up? Beautiful.
With 1 on the clock, that's good. Aldrich has got his second basket. And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game, neither team giving ground. Clippers lead by 2. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. Welcome once more the fourth quarter. Rockets trail by 5. Freak in at point guard. Griffin is out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Green, and it's Redick in at shooting guard. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Freak with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Now here's Freak. Not a lot of room. Pass to Griffin. Clock at 6. There's a screen by Kanter. Expanding his range. Good D by Harden. For Houston, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. Out left to the wing. Here's Bogdanovich. They get it back. Howard. He dishes it to Bogdanovich. And that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
Now here's Freak, guarded by Harden. Freak with it. Now the feed to Griffin. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. The Los Angeles Clippers, they come into this one following a loss to the Grizzlies. And now Reddick pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Lays it in off the breakaway. And the Clippers lead by 4. In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Clippers.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they've forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
Ray McCallum's checked in for the Rockets. Now here's Freak. Defense right on him. Green kicks to Griffin. Puts it up. The Rockets pull it in. McCallum's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Puts up the baby hook. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. And a big play there to mute the crowd.
Yeah, that one kind of took all of the life out of them there, Kevin.
And guys, the only noise we're hearing now is coming from the visitors' bench.
Cantor kicks to Freak. There's a screen by Cantor. Reddick for 3. Buries it from outside.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture. Clutch.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the Rockets coach had some advice for the team over that last break. His message, don't even look at the score right now. We've got to make one play at a time and execute. That's how we'll take this thing home. Kevin, he's trying to keep them focused.
There's 57 seconds left to play in the final quarter.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Now here's Freak. He's guarded closely. Lets it go from deep. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And really, I like the fact that even with the big lead, they never coasted.
To me, that's a sign of a really good team, Greg, because you should always be playing. Playing against the game and yourself. I know there's an opponent out there, but when you have a lead, it's all about continuing to execute. Do what you do and stay true to that. And I like that aggressiveness and full speed ahead kind of attack that they have.
Green dishes to Freak. Tipped away. Stolen by Harden. Stops. Pops. They get it again.
And nothing fancy, really, about that play. That's just good, old-fashioned, hard-nosed basketball to get that.
So the Clippers.
Hey, Kevin, I'm here with Blake Griffin. And Blake, you guys were down at half, but you seemed to come out with more intensity in the second half. Was that the difference in this game?
Oh, yeah, it definitely was.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak.
I know Freak's going to have a lot of people back home in Harlem extremely proud of the way he played tonight. And they should be proud of him because his play was genius. Just a textbook example of how to gain a mental edge and continue to exploit it.
Well, you got to love it when you get this jolt off the bench. It was a wake-up call we were looking for after losing their previous 2 games. Starting 5 needed a boost, so they turned to him, and he produced.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening.
I got a hold.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. Excited, thrilled to be here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm so lucky. The action tonight will be happening out in Dallas, where the Mavericks will be going up against the Los Angeles Clippers. For Los Angeles, their start of the season can only be described as outstanding. Fans and the coaching staff and the players, too, have to be pleased with how their team and overall gameplay has been coming together. Let's talk about small forward Chandler Parsons for just a second. He was a great find in the second round back in 2011. Got a big contract now, and Kenny, we go to you. Do you feel he's lived up and is living up to those expectations?
Well, he surpassed his expectations as a second-round pick.
Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Doris Burke will be reporting from the sidelines. For the Dallas Mavericks, they won their last contest, that game against the Spurs in San Antonio.
How about the energy level defensively in that game? I mean, they made finding an open shot a very difficult task.
And Freak subbed in for J.J. Redick. Clippers trail by 4, taking a look at Los Angeles. Freak in at shooting guard. Green is out there with Griffin. Then it's Chris Paul, and it's Aldridge in at the center position.
Fellas, that two-hand monster slam was vicious.
I don't think there was anyone, and I mean anyone, that could have stopped him on that one.
I tell you what, I'm glad they didn't try, because somebody might have got their feelings hurt.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
Here's Freak. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
And that's his go-to move right there in the low post.
Wesley Matthews on the wing. It's hauled in by the Clippers, coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I mean, they just didn't have an answer for anything they threw at them. Well, let's take a look at last year's Dallas Mavericks and where they ranked in the NBA. 11th in points off turnovers, 14th in blocks, and they were in the top half of the league in free throw shooting. Not bad.